Good morning. I am 3 minutes earlier and I'm just gonna take a few moments to check the sound. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. All right, good. It seems like the sound is coming in through the microphone, which is good. Good morning, Alice. Good morning, Yanni. Good morning, Maria. All right, it is time for us to start. And today we're moving on to exploring the next niyama, ethical guideline in yoga, called SANTOSA. It is translated usually as contentment. The Yoga Sutra that goes with this niyama is contentment brings unsurpassed joy. Contentment brings unsurpassed joy. Santosha is the practice of cultivating a state of calm and quiet contentment, a state that resides somewhere between uplifting emotions like eagerness, enthusiasm, love, and more subdued ones like boredom, pessimism, frustration. It relates to the quality of being wholeheartedly present and not worrying about the past or anticipating the future. at least for a period of time, for this moment. It's really not about feeling ecstatic about yourself or your life or whatever is happening. It's about simply being okay with what is right here, right now, in front of you. Sometimes what is before you is pleasant, and that's okay. Sometimes it's quite unpleasant, and that's okay too. And sometimes it's completely neutral. And guess what? That's okay as well. Cultivating this okayness toward each moment, pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral, is key to unlocking deep, natural peace that resides in everybody's heart. Contentment is this way we can access it. And contentment can sometimes manifest as a moment of simply sitting still or an ordinary task done mindfully in a soothing, constant rhythm. The sense of equanimity is characterized by the practice of living with the elements of life that are already before us instead of watching for or seeking more. In our modern day culture, this can be an incredible challenge. Moments of SANTOSA can become rare as we roller coaster between the extreme highs and uncomfortable lows triggered by external stimuli. In fact, because many people spend their lives constantly amped up by caffeine, television, consumerism, entertainment, and the like, what might actually be a moment of contentment is always mislabeled as boredom, as mundane. Often, instead of pausing to savor a space before us, we race to fill it with the next distraction, next task, and thus miss out on the richness embedded in simply being. To practice contentment is to say, this is enough. This moment is enough. This person is enough. This meal is enough. I am enough. As Gary Snyder writes, it is as hard to get the children herded into the carpool and down the road to the bus as it is to chant sutras in the Buddha hall on a cold morning. One is not better than the other. Each can be quite boring, and they both have the virtuous quality of repetition. Repetition and ritual and their good results come in many, many forms. Changing the filter, wiping noses, going to meetings, picking up around the house, washing dishes. Don't let yourself think these are distracting you from your more serious pursuits. Such chores are not a set of difficulties we hope to escape from so that we may finally do our practice, which will put us on a path. This is our path. There is a Chinese proverb that states, people in the West are always getting ready to live. And there is a remarkable truth to this proverb. Here we always seem to be getting ready for the next thing, and in the process we tend to look at other people's lives to see what's missing in our own, constantly trying to chase after the next best thing. When we expect the world to meet our needs, we turn outside of ourselves to find sustenance and completion. We often expect our partners to fulfill us, our jobs to meet our needs, our successes to solve all our problems. And when they don't, we continue to play this, oh, if only game, looking for that one more thing that will finally solve everything. Or we often play the planning and regretting game. We let our contentment be managed by all these completely uncontrollable variables, when in reality, contentment lies inside of us. Looking outward for fulfillment will always disappoint us and keep contentment one step out of reach. So let's explore it together now. Take a comfortable position, and as always, take a few moments to simply acknowledge all the circumstances of your practice, internal and external. As you take this mindful pause, inhabit it with all your senses. Allow your breath to be natural, soft, effortless, and allow your body to soften from the inside out. And for a moment, contemplate what being okay with everything that is means to you personally. Resting in your soft and effortless breath, reflect on how you approach your life. Are you constantly getting ready for the next thing, or looking for contentment from something outside of yourself? Or do you allow yourself to simply be in the moment, even if it's not always the case? Are you able to sometimes touch the simple truth of contentment? Feel deeply into this moment and ask yourself, how can I be okay with whatever is happening in my life right now? And remembering that love, that being okay, content, is really a daily choice you can make. Let the answer to this question bubble up from the depth of your heart. Don't judge. Don't expect a particular response. Go with what comes up, however illogical, silly, weird, counterintuitive it may seem. How can I be okay with whatever is happening in my life right now? Remember that being okay does not mean loving everything that's happening, but simply resting in it, acknowledging that some things cannot be controlled, and that's fine. How can I be okay with whatever is happening in my life right now? Once you have this answer, this message, whether it's an image, words, or sensation, hold it in your vision, and at the same time do a body scan, paying particular attention to how this message resonates in different parts of your body. What do you notice? No judgment. Go with whatever is. As you go through your day today, keep asking yourself this very question. How can I be okay with this? How can I be okay with that? Especially when you find yourself in a less than desirable situation. Remind yourself that being okay does not mean you have to feel super positive about anything, ecstatic, love the moment. Being okay means simply resting in whatever is happening without trying to change it. Acknowledging that some things are out of your control, and that's okay. Always, when you ask these questions, let the answers come from your heart, from your body. Don't let your logical mind force the answers on you. Thank you so much for being here today. Have a beautiful day. Being okay with whatever life brings to you today. And I'll see you tomorrow.